one of the first guys that I met was Mr. Tito Puente, because I was into percussion. That's what I wanted to do. So he brought me, he gave me his friendship, and we became very personal. Since I was a student, I didn't have any money, and I wanted to be in each and every performance of all of them. So I became the assistant or utility man. And this way I could be with the bands separately. If it was Tito Rodriguez, I could be with them. If it was Machito, I could be with them. With Tito Puente, I could be with them. And like I said, I developed a great friendship with all of them. Mongo Santa Maria used to be the conga player for Tito Puente. And I remember at times when they were performing and Mongo wanted to take a break or go to the bathroom or to the bar, he said, Cheo, take the conga. And I used to play conga with the band, with Tito. And consequently, I got my practice. Eventually, I started getting some gigs as a conga player with little groups, little gigs. But always, I stayed as the utility man for all of them. It was one big time in New York at the famous Palladium. The New York Palladium was the place, the in place for Latin music. It was like the meeting place for the the reaffirmation of the family, the Latin American family, everybody from Puerto Rico, Colombia, everywhere. So Fridays and Saturdays were tradition. We had to be there. We had to wear something new. Every weekend we had to wear something new, like a new shirt, a new tie, new shoes, new suit, and a new step. Hey, I got a new step. It was like religion. And one of those days, Tito Rodriguez was playing, and the little bunch of guys that used to hang out with me, and which we had what we call Rumbones, which was get-togethers with the tumbas and the bongos, anywhere in the street, in the park, in the beach, and we hung out. So Tito was doing his thing, and the guy started yelling, shouting at Tito, Tito, give Cheo a break. Cheo, hey, let Cheo sing. And Tito wouldn't mind, wouldn't pay any attention. He kept on singing. The guys kept on insisting until he finally came back. I said, well, who's this guy you're telling me to give him a break, you know? He said, Cheo. I said, Cheo who? They said, your band boy. And Tito looks at me and says, Cheo, you sing? And I told Tito, I'm the best singer in the world. You know, I had the guts to do a thing like that. But he was my friend. I'm the best singer in the world. He said, well, now you're going to have to prove it. He said, ladies and gentlemen, with us, the best singer in the world, Cheo Feliciano. He gives me the mic, sing. And I almost died. Not only he gave me the mic, he gave me his maracas. I had to play the maracas too. But I wanted to do it, so I got up with the band. And we were friends with all the band, so guy said, what do you want to sing, Cheo? I used to know all of Tito Rodriguez's songs. I used to imitate him. But never thinking that I was going to be a singer, just for fun. But what I wanted to be was a great conga player. And I sang one of the tunes that he made famous, Chango Taveni. Sorry. Chango Taveni was the name of it. And I sang it just like Tito would do it. And I ad-libbed just like Tito would do it. And the crowd applauded me, and they asked for another one. Now I'm confused. I said, Tito, what do I do? He said, well, they asked for another one, sing another one. And I sang another one of Tito's tune. That was my first time that I ever sang, you know, in front of people or with a band or anything like that. So time went by, maybe 10 months, a year later, the Joe Cuba Sextet which was recently formed. His original singer, Willie Torres, left the group because they didn't have any gigs, and another band offered him work. So the group now needed a singer, and just when Willie left the group was when the jobs started falling in. So Joe Cuba was going crazy looking for a young guy, a guy contemporary with the group, as a singer. So it was Tito Rodriguez who said, hey, there's a Cheo that sings chévere. And I knew Joe Cuba too, but he didn't know that I could sing either. I used to play bell once in a while with him. So he said, Tito says you sing. I said, well, I tried. He said, we want to give you a tryout. So we went for the tryout, and I did the same 2 tunes that I did with Tito, because Tito Rodriguez was the example, the guy to follow, the model. And all the bands at least had one of Tito Rodriguez's tunes in their repertoire. So I was lucky Joe Cuba had those 2, and that was my fireproof, my fire test. And I was accepted. And he told me, well, in I don't know, 3-4 weeks, we do the first gig. And he gave me the date. I said, Joe, I cannot sing that day with you. He said, what? It's your debut. You got the break. You're not going to do it. I said, no, that day I get married. I said, what can I do? He said, well, get married early and do the gig in the night. I said, well, what do I do for the honeymoon? You go afterwards. So we did just that. We got married early in the day, the little reception, whatever. And close to the evening, well, the newlyweds, suitcases and all, we get in my jalopy, had a little junk of a car, and we went to my gig. We did the first job, which took a long time, because at that time, the sets used to be for 6 hours, like 3-4 sets. So me and my wife had to wait and wait and wait for that great honeymoon. Finally, we finished the gig, and we went off to the honeymoon. That was my beginning with Joe Cuba, and that was one of my luckiest days.
Wow, great.